buddy. You're on Freebie.
Hello, and welcome back to another marvelous video. There's a reason Stephen King is largely regarded as the maestro of horror, and given his contributions to the genre, and dare we disregard his rather special ability to merge everyday settings with aspects of terror and the supernatural, we have to admit that 2025 looks very promising. We come bearing good news, especially for fans of King and the horror genre, that more Stephen King adaptations are officially on the way, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at all of them. We urge you to stay tuned until the very end of our video, as these upcoming Stephen King adaptations are bound to scare the life out of you. Are you ready to take that plunge into the world of Stephen King? Well, without further ado, let's begin right away. Before we get into it, we do have one very tiny request. If you like our content, then please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Now let's begin.
You boys are the answer.
The Long Walk, September 12, 2025. Based on King's 1979 dystopian horror novel also titled the same, Francis Lawrence's The Long Walk stars Cooper Hoffman in an ensemble cast. Backed by a screenplay by J.T. Molnar, the story depicts a dystopian United States that is run by a totalitarian government. With a group of young men participating in a yearly walking race, they have to keep going at least 3 miles per hour or get killed. The contest concludes when only a single walker is left alive. In case you don't know, The Long Walk has been one of the most difficult Stephen King adaptations, having been stuck in development hell for several years. In fact, you'll be surprised to learn that George A. Romero was all set to direct the film adaptation back in the year 1988, but somehow that never happened. Cut to 2007, Frank Darabont had secured the rights, but despite his intention to make it low-budget, existential, and contained, Darabont's plans didn't come to fruition either. There was also a point when New Line Cinema had geared up to adapt the novel with James Vanderbilt writing and producing alongside Bradley Fisher and William Sherrick, under their Mythology Entertainment Company, but even that didn't transpire. It was in 2023 when Lionsgate Films took over and Lawrence was offered to direct. Apart from Hoffman joining the cast, David Johnson, Mark Hamill, Garrett Waring, Joshua Ojic, Tut Nuyot, Roman Griffin Davis, Judy Greer, Ben Wang, Josh Hamilton, Charlie Plummer, and Isabella Raven eventually became a part of the project as well. It's safe to say we're looking at a September release this year.
There's something bad here in Derry.
It, Welcome to Derry, October 2025. Following the phenomenal success of Andy Muschietti's live-action adaptations It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2, it was visibly clear that fans were just not done with Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and that they, for obvious reasons, craved more. Truth be told, that's great news indeed, because we at Marvelous Videos weren't done either. As ardent fans of King's 1986 novel, our excitement reached an all-new high the moment we heard that the celebrated trio of Andy Muschietti, Barbara Muschietti, and Jason Fuchs were developing a series, one that will serve as a prequel to both the films. All set for a grand release in October with 9 exhilarating episodes, It, Welcome to Derry has Bill Skarsgård reprising his role as the extra-dimensional fear entity. The events of the upcoming supernatural horror television series take place years before the Losers Club encountered the creeping clown. Set in 1962, the inaugural season will be the first one of 3 planned seasons, promising to explore the past of Pennywise in a manner never seen before. As for the planned second and third seasons, the series will jump back in time, going back to 1935 and 1908, while religiously sticking to the clown's notorious 27-year cycle. In terms of the storyline, we don't have much detail, but what we do know for a fact is that a couple moves to Derry with their son in 1962, only to have Pennywise do what he loves the most, and that's wreaking havoc. To everyone wondering why the story is being told backwards, it looks like one has to watch the first season to gauge things better. Speaking of the cast, the majority are newcomers to the It franchise, and the main cast features Jovan Adepo, Taylor Page, Chris Chalk, Stephen Ryder, and James Remar, besides the fan-favorite Skarsgård.
Stop filming me!
The Running Man, November 14, 2025. Edgar Wright's upcoming dystopian action thriller film happens to be the second adaptation of King's 1982 novel, following the Arnold Schwarzenegger starring movie, which was directed by Paul Michael Glaser back in 1987. The 2025 version, which is co-written by Michael Bacall and Wright, is reported to be a much more faithful adaptation of the source material and stars Glenn Powell in the leading role. Story-wise, we find ourselves in the near future where the game show The Running Man is regarded as the biggest show in the country. The game puts contestants in a situation where they have to survive a month's time while being hunted down by professional assassins. Powell essays the role of Ben Richards, who enters the deadly competition in order to win the prize money of $1 billion, and in turn, save his sick daughter. Ratings of the show quickly increase, as Ben's stubbornness, instincts, and tenacity make him an unexpected fan favorite and a threat to the entire system. While there's certainly no denying that Schwarzenegger's The Running Man is undoubtedly a classic, it will also be intriguing to see Powell evade murderous hunters for a change. Additionally, with Powell personally reaching out to Schwarzenegger to receive his blessings, things are looking quite bright, to be honest. To those of you who have seen the trailer, we'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below, as we're pretty excited about this one. Carrie, TBA. It was last year in October when Mike Flanagan publicly declared that he was developing a new adaptation of King's 1974 novel Carrie as a television series, an 8-episode miniseries to be more precise. Given that Flanagan is particularly famous for a lot of King adaptations in the past, it's fitting to state that the project is in the right hands. While it's true that plot details about the series are under wraps, and we don't even have a confirmed release date yet, the series is most likely going to follow the events of the novel. Plot-wise, it should be the same. Carrie, a solitary high school student with an abusive religious mother, discovers she has telekinetic skills and exacts violent retribution on her bullies when they play a cruel joke on her at prom. The ensemble cast features Summer H. Howell in the titular role, followed by Amber Midthunder, Sienna Agudong, Matthew Lillard, Josie Toda, Samantha Sloyan, Joel Olet, Allison Thornton, and Arthur Conti, amongst others. If you ask us, it'll definitely be interesting watching the build-up on television, and we can't wait to lay our hands on more information.
Going to die. And if you're lucky.
Marvelous verdict. Well, with this, we finally come to the end of our video here. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for these upcoming Stephen King adaptations? Which amongst the ones mentioned do you think is the most anticipated King adaptation? We'd love to know what you feel in the comments section below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Please leave a thumbs up and stay tuned with us, as we promise to come back with more exciting content. Till then, goodbye, and thanks for watching. Have a nice one!